Hello, that was me.
What are you doing?
Right.
I'm watching this.
So, you know, Yes Theory, the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they put out a video the other day. Okay. And they're looking for, bear with me, a badass video editor and storyteller. Okay.
Yeah.
And there is another story that I could tell.
Yeah.
But if you'll let me, I want to tell your story of you two and how you met.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah? Okay, cool. We don't have to do it right now. So,
Okay.
like, I'll interview and stuff sometime this week. And
Let's
yeah?
get your story straight, love.
Yes, they actually said yes. They actually said yes. As you can see, like, I knew my dad was going to respond like that, honestly. Oh, I don't know why I'm so nervous to do that. It's my own parents. But good. We're set. It means that it's going to happen. I'm going to be able to tell their story. Oh, man. Yes, Theory. You're going to love it. You're going to love it, baby. Stay tuned.
Start with Mrs. Lewis.
I'm a Brummie. I was born in Birmingham and I grew up in Great Barr. I have two brothers. I live with mum, and I went to a grammar school, girls' grammar school in Erdington before I joined the police force. Shut up. And then when I finished in the police force, I've sort of done various bits and pieces in the education system, chasing my boys around. Got two sons, so everywhere they went to school, I found myself a job so I could keep an eye on them.
She's a spy. Yes, you are.
Spy on them.
Spying on her.
Yeah, true.
So yes, so that's me in a nutshell.
Oh, it's me. Anyway, yeah, I'm a Brummie as well. Born and bred Birmingham. Grew up in Small Heath with my dad, who's no longer with us, I'm afraid, and brother and sister. Yeah, I have a brother and sister. Went to an inner city school, not a grammar school, not the post school. Went to an inner city school in Birmingham, as did my brother and sister. And when I left school, I'd always wanted to join the army, so I did. That's what I did at the age of 17. Did 7 years of that, left that and joined the police. And did that for 25 years. Yeah. And it was a laugh. Both jobs. It was a laugh. Go on.
Right, I'd been seconded onto a group called the Operations Support Unit. I was one of the first women on there, which is basically the riot squad. We deal with disorder and things like drug trades and the rest of it. And I was based at Bradford Street Police Station. And one day I had a really, really rubbish night.
Oh, yes.
We'd had to stay on till nearly 3 in the morning. And as I was leaving, I was passing through the front office, and the office man was there.
Which was me.
Which was you. And I said good evening. And then we started to chat, and didn't want to go to sleep yet because it had just been a really busy day. Yeah. So we started chatting.
Yeah. And I was on, it was nights, wasn't it? I was on nights.
Yeah.
Doing 7 nights in a row, office duty at Bradford Street Police Station. It was my turn. And primarily there, you're just to, man the front office. People coming in with inquiries, wanting to report this, wanting to report that, or you need to take statements from them. And, or you take your paper up there, or take your book.
Take a good book, yeah.
Or you take a good book, because it was such a very quiet police station, even in basically inner city Birmingham. It was very quiet on nights, and there I was.
And he was really good, and I moaned for ages, and he just
listened
to me.
She did moan. She moaned and went on.
Shut up, I didn't go on that much.
On.
And we talked about, I'd just been on holiday, hadn't I? I'd been on a cruise.
Yeah, you had.
So
you had.
We
You'd been
about
on
the holiday I'd been on, and it was just good.
It was good. It was. It was a good day. Good night. Just chatting away.
And then 2 of your colleagues came in for a cup of tea.
Sam and Sue.
Sam and Sue.
And then she hastily
I beat a retreat. when
Disappeared.
they came. Off I went home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was on different shifts, so I didn't see you for a few days.
No, you didn't. No.
And then one afternoon, coming up towards Christmas, I saw Sam and Sue out together on the car. It was, Christmas 1991?
Yeah.
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 So I saw Sam and Sue, and all I said to them was, "Can you just say hi to Louis for me?"
Louis Bean. What?
Yes.
That was my nickname, and it still is.
And then off I went, and I heard no more about it. Unfortunately for me, they did pass it on.
Yeah.
So then we had the fun task of trying to get in touch with each other, because over that time period I moved from the D's to the C's. So he rang my old crew room to have a chat.
Yeah.
Except I wasn't there, I was in the new crew room. So trying to get in touch with each other was difficult. Eventually we did, and we decided that we were going to go out, didn't we?
On a date.
On a date.
Yes.
In January.
Indeed.
After Christmas. When
Indeed.
It was really, really cold
Yes.
and horrible.
And only one turned up.
No, but to be fair...
Only one turned up. Please explain
Okay,
how
I'll
only
explain.
one turned up.
Right, that day...
That
I
one
was
being
due to
me.
work- I was due to work at 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And on that day, a young lady got kidnapped. So we were deployed to go and do the searches for the kidnap. And it was literally in the next road to where I used to live, so I knew the area, so we went straight down there and we started doing all the preliminary work. We got back to base at about 6 or 7 in the evening.
Yes.
So I immediately started phoning around the world saying, so I rang Steelhouse Lane where he was working to
Police
say,
station.
police station, can you leave a message for him to say, look, I'm likely to be late off duty, can you please tell him? I left several messages at single quarters and a couple at Steelhouse Lane. Steelhouse Lane forgot to tell him before he went off duty.
Yes, they did.
And what I didn't know at the time was he had a brother. So
Yeah.
rather than going all the way back to single quarters, he decided to go to his brother's to get changed.
Yeah, Mark.
So he managed to miss both sets of messages.
Yeah,
So off he goes to meet me
in Birmingham City
in Birmingham
Centre
City Centre
on a very
very
cold night.
January night.
We were meeting on the ramp, weren't we?
Yeah, by
Near the
New
ramp
Street.
there.
I didn't finish till almost 9 o'clock at night, and I thought, shall I go up New Street? I'm not changed or anything else, but should I go up New Street? And I thought, no, it's freezing cold. He'll have given up. He'll have gone home. So I went home.
I hadn't given up
He hadn't given up. He'd stood there.
for umpteen hours.
No, well, for over an hour. We're due to meet at 8.
Yeah, I was
This
still
was
there.
9 o'clock-ish. So anyway.
I didn't give up.
Okay. So I got home and I picked up my phone at home. Do you remember what you said?
I think I was bloody freezing.
Yeah, that was it. It's 9 o'clock.
No.
I'm still here.
Yeah,
It's
and
bloody
bleed
freezing, so I'm going home.
So I'm going home. Yeah, I was still there. See, I was willing to put into the relationship. I was willing to go that extra mile.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
were. So,
while others just went home and took themselves into bed.
no, I didn't. I phoned single quarters again.
Yeah.
And I phoned single quarters again. And I phoned single quarters again. By then I was really annoying everybody else because you hadn't got back by then. When you did get back,
Yeah.
he rang me and I explained what had happened. So then I said, right, to make it up to him, I would cook dinner the next day. So I cooked lunch for him.
Yeah.
And then dropped you off in the city centre.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
And that was it. He loved my cooking, so he's still here.
Other sorts. Yeah, I do actually. I do. I do. Was it that beef?
Beef bourguignon.
Beef yes, it. Beef bourguignon.
And I made
Yeah.
a syllable for dessert.
Yeah, you did. She went the whole
I went the whole
job,
9 yards.
to make up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't apologise enough. I mean, I know it wasn't my fault, but I couldn't.
Never let her forget that
He's never let
I
me
turned
forget.
up on the date.
Oh yes, there was. What was it?
You see the one who got kicked out in the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, kicked out the police.
Like I said, when I changed crew rooms,
Yeah.
he was in the office and he was meant to put the message through, and he found out that I'd changed crew rooms, but he decided not
to put the message through.
Yes, because he'd been chatting to me as well.
And quite liked.
Clearly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
things were trying to stop us, but
Yeah, no, but we overcome them.
we did.
We
Yes.
did
So
indeed.
missed messages, moved
Yeah.
units,
Moved
not
teams.
where you were supposed to be.
Yeah. I froze.
Froze to death.
Yeah.
Kidnapping.
Apart from that,
So apart
everything
from
was
that,
okay,
It was
yeah.
dead easy. Yeah.
Come on, hit me with more questions. Come on, we're here now. We're at, with the juices are flowing.
No, it's all it
That's
is.
it. I didn't really face any.
No, you were lucky. Most
I
more
didn't.
me.
I didn't face any at all. Absolutely not. I didn't get any grief from anyone. I didn't get any adverse comments. To be honest, at the back of my mind, I thought I would have. I thought I would have done, but no, not while I was in the, not while I was in the police, not at all. Maybe it was because subconsciously I just didn't see how people were looking at us. But you noticed it all the time.
I noticed it more. Some of the people I was working with
Oh, you had.
on the OSU were absolutely... They were awful about it.
Yeah.
They were really nasty. I mean, to the point I'd go out to my car and find, when the car was covered in dew, I'd find wog meat written across my car.
Yeah. And
things
these are
like
fellow
that.
police officers that you work with.
I know. You'd think
Yeah.
it was frustrating because you think that they shouldn't be racist. They should be even-handed in
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
But they were really a pain.
Yeah.
And
But,
then I think the only other time that it was really obvious was
Stratford upon Avon.
we went into a bookshop and we were looking at cricket books. And
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
West Indies cricket, weren't
Yeah,
you?
West Indies cricket, yeah.
And there were two older white gents in the shop. I'd spoken to them about something, and then we pointed out where the books were, and we
Yeah.
had a chat. Then I'd gone to look at a different section, which was near these two gentlemen. So, sort of loud stage whisper, so I could hear it perfectly well. They went, "Oh my God, what is she doing with him?" She said, "I thought she was more intelligent than that."
Yeah.
And I was just so angry, so annoyed. And I just turned around and said, "It's that attitude is the reason why I'm with him and I'm not with someone like you." And I just kind of walked away, and you could hear them tutting. They were just so pompous, just tutting away
Yeah.
in the corner. And I just,
But I never heard any of that.
but when
yeah.
we went outside, I told you about it,
Yeah.
because I was absolutely seething. And it was just little things, More often white men than white women would look at me. Sometimes black women as well weren't terribly happy
Impressed.
about it.
When we go to family do's, you'd see the odd black woman sort of give you that sort of, that sort of look.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been stealing the good ones.
yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and I think the only other time was really when I took you and your brother out in the pushchair, and I got asked if I was babysitting. No, these are my two children, and I'm very proud of them, and you can go and jump in the lake. But I used to find things like that. Just sometimes I think it was born out of ignorance, and other times it was I don't know what it was born out of. Whether it was sometimes old-fashioned attitudes, I think, as well. Things have changed a lot, haven't
The
they?
country now is
people are more enlightened.
we've got so many mixed race couples now. So many. It's just unbelievable.
I think some people still have an issue with it, but that's their problem now. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's our problem. We are who we are, and we want people to be who they are, and I don't think you should put those constraints on people. You don't decide consciously who you're going to fall in love with.
No, you don't.
You fall in love with that person, and that's an end to it, irrespective of height, colour, religion,
And
politics.
If they make a good full English breakfast, even better. Dating was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did loads
It
of
was good.
things.
Did loads.
And loads of different things that we had.
We went to
Sort of
Stratford.
went down to Bath
Went to Bath.
and stayed down there.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, it wasn't Bath you went to.
Bath. Bath.
Yeah.
You say Bath, I say Bath.
And
Cricket.
after meals, and we went to the cricket. We used to go to the cricket.
Cricket a
regularly.
lot to watch
Yeah.
Warwickshire.
I think we found we were really comfortable around each other early on, though. Didn't we?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you didn't have to talk. We could both sit quite happily watching something, or reading a book, or having a stroll. And
The dating was brilliant, and we haven't stopped dating really.
No,
We still go out.
we still do stuff together.
Perhaps not as much as we used to, but we still go out.
We just like sharing things, like doing things together.
Yeah.
And
American football! Go you Falcons!
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Cultured you with a bit of classical music over
Yeah, classical music and wine.
And wine.
Because I wasn't really a wine drinker. I wasn't at all. And I proposed to you at the Sutton Court Hotel
You did.
in Sutton Coldfield. Ooh,
Grand total of about 3 months.
was it 3 months?
Yeah, it was in the March, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 3 months. Yeah, March 1992. So we.
What made us laugh though was he made the proposal at dinner, and one of the waiters, within about 10 seconds, had come scurrying up to us with their wedding venue.
Your wedding venue straight away. Hey?
Yeah, if you're looking for a venue, we do
they
cater
do.
for
It
weddings.
came straight up. Yeah,
Congratulations! Would you like to have your wedding here?
yeah. Couldn't believe it.
It was like,
Could not believe it.
we hadn't quite thought that far
Yeah, I
ahead.
know.
Yeah. But we
She
just
said yes, but it has absolutely just blown by.
after the main course and before dessert.
That's it. It was. We're moving house while we're planning a wedding, and yeah, it was
It was
hectic.
almost like it was actually coming up to it. It's hectic.
I just knew it was. She was the right one. She was the one. Yeah, I just knew. I don't know what it is. It's just a feeling. Just a feeling. It's like you feel a bit. What's the word? When you're not together, you think of the other one. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. When you're not together. So yeah, that was it all the time. I was always thinking of her. So, and when we're together, yeah. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
I think a lot of the things that we did them for the first time together. Because I'd never let anybody. We'd had a late meal one night, and I let you stay over.
Yeah.
And I never let people stay over at my house. It was just something I was not
It
comfortable
was
with. It was my domain,
her,
I think.
yeah, her place
And then
against the world. Because I think if you're so into someone, really into someone, and you're like, that person's at work, you're at work, or you've gone elsewhere, you will always think of that person. That person will always be on your mind. Even though you know, 8 hours time I'm going to be home and she'll be there. But during those 8 hours you will be thinking of he or she. You will be. There's no doubt about it, you will be.
we work around any obstacle. We just work around
Because
it.
I think if you weren't into that person, you wouldn't make it work. You would not. You just let it go.
The extra mile.
No, you wouldn't. You just believe. You just think, oh, all right, okay.
You just go. It doesn't stop any work. I forget about it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, we had this wonderful honeymoon planned.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
We booked it all. And
3 weeks in the Maldives, just
with
away
Keone.
from everybody. Keone, yeah.
Keone, and we went to the island of Bodufinolu, known as Fun Island, I think it was.
Yeah.
Fun Island in the Maldives. Lovely island, really was.
It was small. It was quiet. It was just us. We had
You
our
could
own
walk
little
round it.
chalet. Oh well, about 40 minutes if that.
Walk round it. That was it. Yeah.
And
All inclusive.
There's a big restaurant in the middle to look after us.
Yeah.
Long jetty where the boats came in.
Yeah.
And our own little chalet right on the beach.
It was paradise. It really was.
Lovely. But after about 4 or 5 days, you started to feel really unwell, didn't you?
Yeah, really bad headaches.
We couldn't work out what it was. So we spoke to the staff there and they said, right, we'll take you to a doctor in Male, which is the capital of Maldives.
Maldives, yeah.
So we got on a boat for 2 hours, went back to Male, and they immediately decided to keep him in this little, it's like a little temporary hospital above the doctor said.
Yeah.
The hospital's only got 3 or 4 beds in it.
Yeah.
And you were there for a few days.
And I wasn't well.
And he wasn't well at all, and the doctor dealing with him couldn't make his mind up what it was, and he said, I'm going to have to refer you across. You're going to have to go to Colombo in Sri Lanka, to one of the main hospitals there. So I had to leave him in this little hospital, get the boat back, pack both the bags, put them on the boat, pack it all up, get the next boat back again.
While I was all wired up.
Oh yeah, and then we had to arrange a flight to Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
We did that. We were met at the airport and taken straight to the main hospital, up into a room there. And overnight he got worse and worse and worse, and it was a little bit difficult because the nursing staff that were on the ward didn't speak any English.
No.
So I was trying to say, he's got worse, he needs to see a doctor. And they kept saying to me, no, the rounds are at 6 o'clock in the morning, it'll be fine. And I'm going, no, I've virtually dragged somebody to him. They took one look at it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Straight away took him down into intensive care. They put the family up with the patient.
Yeah.
But in the intensive care room, all there was a wooden pallet on the floor for me to sleep on.
Yeah.
In the same room. One morning, oh God. Sleep on my wooden pallet in the intensive care room, and I woke up early and I took my feet off the pallet.
Oh yeah.
And I put them down and I thought, oh my God, the floor's wet. And I kind of came round and I started to look and I put the light on
And
I
it
was standing in 4 inches of sewage.
It was sewage.
Which had flooded from the A&E upstairs back down through the little shower unit and bubbled up through the pipe. You were okay, propped up on your my bed.
I was sewage. Oh, I got blessed by monks.
Oh, God. You weren't long for this world.
I got blessed. I remember that as they were carrying me through the corridor. I remember 2 monks blessing me, Buddhist monks. They're in their orange.
Oh, in their orange robes.
Orange robes. They blessed me. Do you know something I don't, mate? Yeah, couldn't believe it. That's one thing I remember, the shaving head, yeah.
And luckily, the doctor used to be a GP in England, so he spoke really good English, and one of the nurses used to work at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham. Which was a bonus. Which was a bonus for us, because it meant that we got good English-speaking staff who could keep us up to date. But they put you through tests, lots and lots of tests. So while they were going on, they sent me out of the hospital and sent me off to... They said, just go away, you can't help.
Go and have a look at the country. Yeah,
so I went and wandered around Colombo, and it was an amazing place, but it felt really odd doing it without you. And they thought at one point you got meningitis, didn't they? Yeah. And he was in so much pain. Really was. And you were stabilised enough for them to say, right, we're going to allow you to travel home, fly home. Yeah. The flight home was really difficult.
I got carried on board.
Yeah.
By 2 men.
But we had...
Carried on board the plane.
It was unfortunate. We had a gentleman who was of very large proportions in the 3rd seat next to the aisle with his laptop, and we were just squashed up the corner, and he used to get very annoyed. When I had to go and get you water and things, he would get really annoyed because every time I asked him to move to let us out, and he was just an objectionable person to be sat next to under the circumstances. So we had a phone call in the intensive care unit, and first we couldn't even work out how they knew that you were ill and where we were. And it was your gaffer, wasn't it?
Yeah, Superintendent Malcolm Ross.
Malcolm Ross, yeah.
Superintendent Malcolm Ross. He'd heard about it. And we landed at London. Was it London Heathrow?
Yeah.
Landed at London Heathrow, and he had arranged a car with the driver to drive us straight to our home address, wasn't it? Here, basically, straight here. Yeah. Like, I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, they were just so good, and it was so nice to know that somebody else was thinking about us at the time.
Yeah.
Because it was just... It's hard with you being ill and not knowing what was wrong. Yeah. It drove me mad because I just couldn't.
And in the end,
it
was high blood pressure.
Early onset high
blood
pressure.
Yeah, early onset. I spent 6 months off work while they gave me, I was given all sorts of medication to try and balance it out, see which combinations worked, which didn't. And that took 6 months to get it under control.
Made for an interesting honeymoon.
It did indeed. Yeah, it did. Hit me with another one. Compromise.
beat him regularly.
Huh?
No.
Shut up.
No, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's working together and working through stuff, and
Yeah.
occasionally we get annoyed
Not
with
with each
but-
other, we do.
but we
And
take
you've seen
time.
that yourself. You've seen that yourself.
But
But
it
it doesn't last long.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't last
Go
long
off, take
at
a
all.
deep breath, and then come back and have a
And then
sensible
come back.
conversation.
Something's compromise. It's in all things, all partnerships, be it marriage or a business partnership, you've got to have give and take. If you don't, it ain't going to work.
Particularly when you've got two little monkeys to look after,
Yeah.
who are doing all sorts and into all sorts, and plus we were both working full time. It was a case of sharing the load.
Yeah.
And working together and coming up with a plan. I think we
good
found it
25,
easy
yeah.
though. Didn't we? I mean, we've been lucky. Really, it's been easy to get things.
The 25 years is,
It's flown by, isn't it?
it has. It really has flown by.
I think being slightly older when we got married was probably a sensible.
Yeah. So
Then
we'd
again,
see.
I hadn't met the right person before
No.
that, so I'd never even
I think we're a
thought
bit
about
more
it.
worldly wise.
I was 31 and we were 33 by the time we got married.
I was going to say 30. Oh yeah, 20. Yeah, 29. And you were 35 or something.
31.
Oh, sorry.
We got a good basis to be settled on.
Yeah.
You know, so we knew that if we were going to have a family, we could manage it financially and all,
Yeah.
all those kinds of things, which made it easier. And we said if we were lucky enough to have children, that we wanted to be in a position where we could provide for you properly
yeah.
and bring them up properly.
Yeah, we have found a right balance in this marriage, in all things, to be honest, in all things. So there you go.
We've got two lovely lads to show for it.
One behind the camera.
Oh, yeah.
No,
No,
absolutely not. No.
I don't think there is, no. Because with all the things and any little hiccups that you've had over time, when you look at where you are now and what you've got now and how the family is and how things have turned out for everyone, I wouldn't want to change anything that would jeopardise where we are now, because I think we're in a really good place now.
Yeah, we are. Change now wouldn't be good.
I
But
prefer with more hair, but you know,
Yeah. Shut up.
you know,
In terms of outside the marriage, the only thing I would change is to have your mum and my dad here.
yes.
Yeah, because they're no longer with us, and that is the one thing.
Just to have the grandparents
Around,
so
yeah.
they were really proud of the pair of
Yeah.
you, and just to see, to have them
Yeah,
enjoy seeing you grow up
yeah,
is the one thing. I think that's the
that
only
is the one thing we would, if we had the power to do so, we would
change.
change and have them here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. Yes, I do. Because otherwise we wouldn't ever go anywhere.
Nothing get done.
Nothing would get done.
Nothing to get done.
And
Yeah,
also-
yeah,
I mean, over time, we've both said yes to different things. Because I never thought about necessarily. I like cricket, but I've never thought to go to the cricket. So if I hadn't said yes, we wouldn't have. We had some
No.
cracking days out
No.
together. Even just learning about each other's hobbies and
Yeah.
interests. If you don't say yes,
you will never learn.
you won't give
And
it a
you
go.
won't-
You won't find that there's something else
Yeah,
that you really
and you
enjoy.
really won't get to know that person who you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Because otherwise,
You
if you
won't.
say no, you close yourself down to
Won't
so
it?
many
Yeah.
other experiences.
Yeah,
and,
that's right. Yeah.
and opportunities to share stuff together. Say yes.
Yes, definitely say yes. Yeah, perhaps there isn't enough of people saying yes in this world. There seems to be a lot of people saying no. Maybe we need more yes.
I think you've got to take that chance, haven't you?
Unless no.
Because the worst that can happen when you propose anything is that somebody says no. So I
That's-
would
yeah.
always go for it and make
Yeah.
the proposition.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. The worst thing that can happen is a no, or nah, mate.
Yeah,
That sort of thing. No.
exactly.
Yeah, so I would say yes. More yes, less no.
So the reason I want to make that video, tell that story in particular, is because my parents just are, to me at least, the example of true love. as kind of cliche or as cheesy as it sounds, I think to me they've always been kind of their relationship has always been the template for what I would want out of love. I think that in regards to what kind of relationships people want or should have, I think my parents have kind of got it all, really. It almost even sounds like love at first sight. I know my mum always says that the first thing she noticed about my dad was his smile, which is so true. And of course that voice, which probably destroyed your ears watching this. But yeah, to me, they're the ones who prove that true love is out there, and you can definitely find it. And everything that they'd gone through, adversity, obviously some of which you didn't hear about. There's a lot of that footage that I had to cut, unfortunately, but so much of it that they went through and came out the other side as amazing people, amazing parents, and above all things, an amazing couple. They've been married for 25 years this September. They'll be celebrating on a cruise ship in the Caribbean, close to my dad's heritage. Yeah, I don't think they could be happier, really. If I can find a relationship half or even a quarter as good and successful and as loving, as filled with love as theirs, I'll be one very happy man, one very lucky man. That's for sure. So that's why I wanted to tell that story. I hope you enjoyed it. It's one of my favourite stories, and I hope maybe it becomes one of yours and gives you that hope for true love, because it's out there and they definitely prove it 100%.